Hello world, we're back, and this week we're talking about Susanna Hoffs and the Bangles.
It's too many S's. Yes, not Susanna, Susanna. Is it like the song?
Oh, Susanna. Don't know. But anyways, I said it like that because, you know, she's the standout.
Yeah.
She was the lead singer, apparently. Because
well, and like Walk Like an Egyptian.
okay.
I don't know if that's her biggest hit. They said Eternal Flame was pretty big.
Yeah, but I think Walk Like an Egyptian had more
And
weeks
you
than Walk.
probably hear Manic Monday the most. But Walk Like an Egyptian, they all sing pretty much. Well,
They do.
One of them doesn't, I think.
They do, but her
there's
parts-
3 verses and she's the
But
last.
her part stands out, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And
if you
especially
ask it about any of those lyrics in that song, besides the, you'll know that all the cops are at the donut shop, and they're also saying, "Ayo, ayo, ayo, ayo." Why are they saying that? I don't know. Did you watch the video? Did you rewatch the video?
I did rewatch
And just
the video.
people doing this for the
Yes.
camera, just so stupid.
Right. So, have you ever seen anybody walk like an Egyptian?
No. We had this conversation in another video before.
Yes, I think so.
We said that if we saw him outside, we'd be like, stay away from that guy.
Now, I did recently see somebody who probably was on drugs.
Okay.
He didn't walk like an Egyptian, but he was making motions like that balloon thing you see in front of car lots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The air pumping into it, he's
If
flopping.
we're going to talk about videos, I just saw on TikTok was a drunk woman, and they had her, they had the slide to the left, to the right, not back, y'all. And she kind of was doing the moves,
But I'm not talking
not
about
hearing the music.
I'm not
She
talking
was-
about a video. This guy actually walked down my neighborhood street.
Okay.
And he was doing that. If I would have had my phone out, I could have
Okay,
taken
yeah.
a video of it.
Yes. So,
Then we would have had a video.
so how many number ones did they have?
The Bangles?
Yeah.
2, as far as
Yeah, and now Manic Monday did not go to number 1, right? It went to 2. It was written
out.
It was written by Prince, and it did not go to number 1 because Prince had Kiss.
Yep. Which is not that's all.
That should not have beat it. Yes, you're probably right.
Now he wrote Manic Monday.
He did have his own version, I think, on one of the
It was for Apollonia's group,
right.
but
He heard them somewhere.
he wrote it in a pseudonym. The pseudonym was Christopher, which was the character in his movie Sign of the Times.
Okay.
So he was like a Stephen King thing. Had a second name, Richard Bachman.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about things we didn't know. Hazy Shade of Winter.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Did you
Yeah,
know
I
that
didn't
was a
think I
Simon and
did. Did you listen to their
I
version?
did not listen to their version. I'm sure it's
It's
folksy.
nothing like, yeah.
It's got to be folksy. Yes, and they had to make it hard rocking because it was in a movie about drugs. Less Than Zero, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. Oops, I love my stuff.
That was a biography, right?
About him.
Robert Downey.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, no, I'm saying Robert Downey Jr. Oh yeah, that's right. They do have a documentary on Netflix with him and his dad,
Okay.
but I didn't watch it.
Now. Now the coolest thing to say about, and again we're focusing on Susanna Hoffs mainly. The coolest thing about her is that she's married to Jay Roach.
Yes, and he directed Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
Which was the
yes.
first one?
All three.
All
I
three.
think.
Okay.
And did you know she was part of Austin Powers' band?
No.
Ming Tai. When he goes, "We're at the BBC."
Okay.
She's the guitar player behind him.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I knew she had a song in one of the movies.
Yes, and so I think she's in 2 of them, and she's uncredited for singing in one of them, but she didn't appear in it. So,
Right.
yeah, how he hooked up with her? Because he's not all that attractive looking guy. he's what you would think when you hear about
He's got lots of
comedy
money.
director. He's what you think. All right, and she sang 7 out of 8 of their hits. Well, again, Walk Like Egyptian was of many singers. Only one song where she did not sing lead, and that was Be With You. and that was sung by the drummer. So we have another drummer singer.
Yeah,
Woman
we
this
have one
well,
song.
it's a woman this time. And we've had another Shaka Khan. Is she a drummer or singer?
I don't remember. Percussion. No, we.
Or
Sheila E. was. Yeah.
Is she one? Okay. All right,
For
so-
Prince.
For Prince, three women drummers that sing. How
Yeah.
about that?
Okay, we're gonna attach them to. We're gonna.
Attach them to the Go-Go's.
No.
No?
Blondie.
Oh, Blondie. Oh, okay.
Blondie was last week.
Gotcha.
Okay, how are we gonna do it? How are we gonna tie them together? Blondie's #1 hit for us was "Call Me." The Bangles had a song called "Call on Me." That's how
Did they?
yes, so that's how we're gonna. It wasn't a hit. It was just one of their unreleased songs.
Okay.
So-
I didn't go through all her
no.
songs.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have took long. We only had from the '80s
That's true.
three albums.
Yeah,
so-
you look. I got all these bands, and again, only 2 of them were big. Like the first one was didn't do well, and it was just that
Was-
one.
no,
Though did
the-
get Prince.
The first one had a different bassist, and then she
Right.
was let go, and then they got the other one, and she's the one that sang the second verse on "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Okay.
And I was thinking she was the blonde, but she wasn't. She was the brunette.
Yes. Now,
She was she was also the oldest of the band.
now Prince listened to that album, and that's why he gave them his song.
Right.
He actually wanted to get close to Susanna Hoffs. And I don't think that happened. She's really short compared to the rest of them, by the way.
Right. And I don't know. The most, when you think of her in that song, all you remember is she looked this way and then she looked that way. she looked this way and she blinked and then her eyes were looking that
I
way.
think she did that on purpose.
Yeah.
She claimed she did it on purpose, but did not know the camera was on her at the time.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So which album would you buy?
Oh, that one definitely. The second one.
Different Light.
Yeah.
Not everything.
No, because that only had Eternal Flame as far as.
Well, they had 2 other songs, but yeah, you're right. They wouldn't have ranked as high as these other 4. Yes. So that would be the album. And unlike the Go-Go's, we would get Belinda Carlisle's album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
somehow-
So yeah, but we would not do something else. We would do.
Somehow, she was big as the lead singer, and her
That is
solo-
probably why they put her in a movie. I'm sure.
But I'm just saying, you would think her solo career would have taken off,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it did not.
Yes. Yeah.
Whereas Belinda Carlisle's did.
Yeah. And her solo career is probably the same time as her movie too.
Yes.
So they put her in a movie called The All Nighter.
Right. Glenn Frey did not.
Approve.
Well, no, he didn't sing the lead song, title song.
Yeah. It's like, is that now?
As far as I can tell, Susanna Hoffs didn't sing anything
Yes.
in it either.
Have you ever pulled an all nighter?
No.
Alright.
You mean at work?
No, just in your life. I attempted it with a friend of mine, and these 2 girls, and about 3 or 4 were like, we want to go home and go to bed.
I don't even like staying up till midnight on New Year's Eve.
Well, I mean, I was in my 20s at
Right.
the time, so.
No.
But it's still 3 or 4. I was tired. I wanted to go.
As far as I'm concerned, you worked the midnight shift. That was an all-nighter.
Okay.
Which I don't know.
Yeah. Now, as a true all-nighter, you can't then the sun comes up. Then you can't go to bed. That's not true. You're supposed to still stay up for the next day, right?
No, one of my sons has. Like he worked late, and he had to go in early the next morning, so he didn't even go to sleep. So
Now, did you see that movie?
no.
Me neither. And
I've seen the preview.
Yeah, the previews. IMDb has a 4.3, so I'm imagining it's not that good.
Do you want to? That was not her first movie.
What was her first?
She started in. Well, I wouldn't say she started. She was in a movie called Stony Island.
Never heard of that.
You know who directed it, though?
No.
It's interesting. It's a no-name movie.
Okay.
Ray Don Chong was actually in it with her.
Okay.
Directed by Andrew Davis. He directed The Fugitive, Under Siege,
Okay.
a few of Steven Seagal movies. So, when I'm recording this is a coming of age movie. How he?
Yeah, I mean that kind of
Doesn't make sense.
Action. She's an action
Yeah.
hero.
All right. And she was in other things. Goonies are good enough. She was supposedly.
Back up here.
She was supposedly in Cyndi Lauper's video for
Oh,
the
okay.
Goonies. I watched that video and I didn't see her. So unless she was in costume, I didn't see her.
She might have just been a background singer, maybe.
Could have been. Yep. And then, oh no, that was it for the movies. She was on that Top of the Pops TV show where
Oh, yeah.
people who came back to their career tried to compete against.
You would think, though, why haven't we done Cyndi Lauper yet? Just big in the 80s,
I
it's
know.
just not on our...
Well, you know, it's funny. I mean, if Belinda Carlisle had not done a solo career, we probably would have put the Bangles ahead of the Go-Go's.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's all I have. By the way, the band was originally going to be called the Bangles.
But somebody else had that name, and they were asking for money. Just put an LES.
The Bangs.
Did they all have bangs? I was wondering how they came up with that name, but that, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think, let's see, did they have a name before that?
Yeah,
Well,
they did, but I
The
can't
two of the girls in there, by the way, the two Petersons are sisters, just so you know. And they're the three that formed the Bangles. And then obviously you said that one lady replaced the
The
other
bassist
bass.
left after the first album, and then they became big. It's always how it goes. Somebody misses out.
That's right. You got the Rush drummer and the Beatles original drummer. And the Guns N' Roses, the Roses guy drops out.
Yeah.
All right. Or no, Guns, Axl Rose was still in it. The Guns guy dropped out.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's get to our top 10. Which I mentioned last week. For the Bangles, there are no honorable mentions.
Because there's only 10 songs we ranked, right?
Yes. So, yeah. So number 10 would be one of Susanna's solo songs.
I imagine Susanna's songs are at the bottom, for sure.
Yeah, she only really had 2 that got ranked, so those are the only 2 we ranked. And then the Bangles themselves had 8 ranked. I would have thought they had more, but you know, there was riffs after they said, "She's the lead singer." Which you would think at that point they would know. How come they're only picking songs she sang to be released as singles? You know, I think they just knew. We're the background. So yeah. Anyways, her song that's number 10 is "All I Want" from her self-titled album, which came second. She actually put one called, what was it called? "When You're a Boy." That was her debut, and then 5 years later. So probably
Self-titled album.
Probably 5 years later, because that first album didn't really have any hits either. Okay, "All I Want," both of us ranked that 10. So do you remember that one?
No, I don't. And who cares what you want? Nobody cares.
Yes, and we'll get into a song that addresses that later in our chart. Okay, number 9. Actually, one of her songs beats out a Bangles song, and this one's from their album called "Everything." All they want is everything.
That is their answer.
And it's "Be With You," and why is it number 9? Because it's not sung by Susanna Hoffs.
Right.
I put this at 8, you put it at 9. So actually, there is her other song I put lower. You put this on.
Okay.
Or no, wait, I put it higher than one of the Bangles songs.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise these are down there. I mean, because you don't know them when you hear the
Hey,
title.
when-
And there's a reason for that.
I probably don't ever remember hearing it when it was on
Yeah.
originally.
Yeah, I mean, there's songs that they put them out and like a month later they're gone.
As far as I'm concerned, they had 4 hits. No, that's not true. Okay, number 8, coming from "When You're a Boy." When you gotta remember when you're a boy, because now some boys are turning into girls.
Yes. Well, I was going to say, how would Susanna Hoffs know?
Well, obviously, you become a man. I
Yeah.
think that's what she's referring to. But today's age, you never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 8 is from my When You're a Boy. It's My Side of the Bed, which I put this one at 9, and you put it at 7, which is why it beats the Bangles song. Do you have a specific side of the bed you sleep on?
You know what? It would depend what how big your bed is. First of all, if it's a single, there is no
There's
side.
no sides, right?
There might be a side that you favor facing,
Yes.
but yeah, if you're a couple, then yeah, you definitely
You do
have
have a side
for sure.
You know what? When I go on vacation, though, I try to.
Yeah, I do too. That's funny. I'm doing the other side. 'Cause you always. That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
That is a thing.
Okay. All right. So that's number 8. At number 7.
Do you also do this? So when you go on vacation with your spouse, and there's 2 beds, you're like, you get that one. I get this.
Never done that.
No. Okay.
But if you watch old black and white movies, that's how they
Well,
did it.
yeah.
They slept in separate beds.
They weren't allowed to sleep in the same bed.
on film.
Well, even in TV shows like Dick
Yeah.
Van Dyke Show. Yeah.
Right. Or I Love Lucy. Okay, so number 7, coming also from Everything, so that's why we wouldn't buy that album over it. In Your Room, which is a pretty neat video to watch.
Do you
at least.
remember the song on the radio?
No.
I don't either.
But it's pretty peppy, and the video is very colorful. And I put this at 6, and you put it at 8. I think "Be With You" was their last song they released, so this was at least not the reason they folded. But In Your Room, yeah, it's 7-6.
In your room on your side of the bed.
I know, it almost seems like they go together, doesn't it? Okay, number 6, coming from not a Bangles album, but a movie, and that's "Hazy Shade of Winter," coming from Less Than Zero, which I have at 3, and you have at 6. Now, drummer-wise, she's pretty good on most songs. This is one of those where it's she doesn't no, she's like every beat, snare drum. It's just peppy, but yeah, very simplistic. But yeah, the Hazy Shade. So you got a movie about drugs and a song called "Hazy Shade of Winter." It's very depressing.
Yeah.
Not the song itself, but just
Yeah.
hearing it. Yeah, but is that what Simon and Garfunkel were talking about?
I don't know what they were talking about.
Or were they actually referring to the season? Which, winter sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, if you had people have choice between winter and summer, there are people who
Some
like
people
winter.
like winter. I mean,
They're called psychos.
If you go to the Hallmark Channel, everything is based around. Every movie is based around Christmas. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of Christmas movies. You're right.
So.
All right, number 5. By the way, we haven't hit A Different Light. There are 4 hits on it and 5 songs left.
Yeah, that's the best.
4
album.
of the Different Light
That is the
songs
best
are in the top
album,
5.
yes.
Okay, so the worst one apparently is Walking Down Your Street, which both those put at number 4.
Do I did do? There she was, just a walking down the street.
Yes, or were they walking down a one-way street?
I was walking.
In the video, though, it's noticeable.
Yeah.
They show them in a car. They're not walking down the
Yes.
street. Although the car did break down and they were on the side of the road at one point. And you know who pulled up alongside of him?
I don't remember.
Randy Quaid. And he asked him, "Are you the girls who sing the Egyptian song?" And they said no. Because in that video, they are called some other band. They won a radio contest. All right. Number 5. That was number 5. Number 4 is Manic Monday, their number 2 song. You have it 3, so you like it better than me. I have it 5. Good piano. The hard play. But yes, I think I looked into this once. I think there is a song written about every day of the week.
Probably.
Yes. Because I think
go through these.
I think somebody was asking
Sunday, Bloody Sunday.
which song has the least amount of songs.
Tuesday
I think
afternoon.
Saturday. Yes.
Saturday's all that right for
Does anybody have
Friday.
a song called Taco Tuesday?
I don't know.
Okay.
TGI Friday for Katy Perry.
Right.
I got Wednesday and Thursday left. I got 5 days right there, so.
21 Pilots put out a song called Saturday.
Elton John Saturday Night Songwriter.
Oh, that's
right.
So. Okay. All right, number 3, which is also, interestingly, a cover song. I didn't realize this was a cover song, and I didn't write down who. But if she knew what she wants, which you have as your favorite song.
Yes,
I put it way down.
I got their greatest hits. I heard the song and I'm like, memories, because I hadn't heard the song in so long and I forgot about it. And I'm like, I know this one. It's one of those things. So
the answer is, she doesn't though.
If she knew what she wants, he'd be giving it to her.
Right.
This
Yes. All you have to do is ask her, where do you want to go to eat?
Yes.
You'll find out. She doesn't know. Okay, so those last two came from A Different Light. I can't remember. Do you remember who was the original singer?
No.
I think it was a no-namer guy.
Okay.
I think I do remember that. That's why I probably didn't remember it, because I didn't write it down. Like, who's he? All right, number 2. My number 2 and your number 5 is Eternal Flame, coming from Everything.
Did you see where they got that title from?
Yes, Graceland.
Elvis has a candle burning in a box or something like that, and well, maybe it's not a candle, but
Yeah, but you know
it went. But when they went there, it went out.
Did it go out? Oh,
yeah,
that's
they said it wasn't.
See, now
where they got there, maybe?
there are lots of cities that have these.
Yes.
We actually have one
Yes.
over in the park near us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not a
And
Eternal
remember
Flame.
the Olympic flame torch that Superman blew out? That wasn't supposed to go out either.
Yeah, now, this is a love. Is it a love song? Is that what the flame? Because you call somebody you love your flame, which is weird. this could also mean hell. Because it's an eternal flame, right? She does talk about stopping the pain. Right? Okay, I don't know if that's what it was about. Okay, but that leads us to our number 1. You know what it is because we talked about it already, and you haven't heard it on our list. Coming from A Different Light, it's Walk Like an Egyptian. My number 1, your number 2.
Yes.
And it interestingly has in the solo part whistling.
Yes.
Which
Okay, so the pharaohs were in Egypt, right? And the mummy, was he a pharaoh?
he was in the pyramids.
Was he a pharaoh? So
I don't know.
in that movie with Brendan Fraser, I don't remember him walking like that. I'm just saying.
And I've seen Cleopatra. She didn't walk like
Yeah.
that either. So maybe that's the person who did the hieroglyphics.
Yes.
Just didn't know
Yeah,
how to draw.
it's based on hieroglyphics.
Right. So that person, a poor drawer of people.
Yeah. In the video, you see, I think Statue of Liberty does it.
Yeah, they had a
They
had to change some
animated arm going on.
Okay, so the film crew approaches you. Hey, can you do this for our video? Nope. Imagine if you were in that video and you saw yourself 40 years later. You're like,
Yeah, I would be. I'd be like,
why?
hey, God, I don't look like that anymore. Nobody can recognize me.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is our top 10 for the Bangles. All right, all female bands. So we've done 2 legitimately all female bands. Next week, it's all men band that want to be females.
all of them? Or just a couple?
Or just one.
Or just one, yeah.
It could have been a couple. There are rumors.
It was a boy, anyways.
That's right. And yeah, where they are now, who knows? But you do hear their best song all the time. And yeah, so hopefully you can figure it out based on all we've given you. Do you wonder why they're not in our top 10 or top 100?
Top 100.
Because they were pretty big.
Yeah, and a lot of good songs.
So yeah, that's our next band. Figure it out. See ya.
Right.